Just look at them. They may not be mine, they may not have ever been awake, but I still can't help but feel that what I'm doing is bold and unnatural. Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Voices of the Void. And I am jumping right in. I'm recording this like a day after the last one came out, and I'm just immediately taking a lot of your advice because there's so much to get through. I'll never get over that blinking. We do want to build the Omega Curace, and we have everything we need right here, except for the radioactive capsule because it's radioactive. But before we do that, you've given me more advice for how to pursue this, like, Curace-related thing. This thing that I've been trying to get to happen with my goobers for the last episode, but I never really got it to work. One of you said that we should use their cables, that they have to be plugged in at night for this to work. And another that somebody should go outside. Now, I don't know if this is going to present in a certain way, or if we have to keep an eye on them. I know some people we have to keep an eye on. But in any case, we're going to bring you over here and leave you under the watchful eye of... Oh, right, our camera isn't here anymore. I'll tell you what, we'll leave you here and go get that camera out of the basement because it probably doesn't need to be there. You know, I was actually thinking about something last time. When that camera appeared, that anomalous one that we didn't place, it was the inside of an elevator. I wonder if these aren't roughly similar dimensions. If that were to be the case, this base, for its unknown history, could actually go a lot deeper than I think. We also have to remember that last time the siege officially began, and those yellow wisps are roaming the park, as well as these mannequins, but one of them is a much bigger threat than the other. The mannequins are just spooky, the wisps are potentially deadly, so we're gonna start being careful about that. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, you guys said that I should probably be investing actually in a strategic reserve of Molotovs, that I haven't been making enough of them. Well, I got the one, and they explode pretty big, and they burn whatever they explode, so I don't know how much more I could possibly need. What is this? This is the thing with all the recycling guides. I can look that stuff up online. So I'll take that as our new notebook. And you, I don't know if you need to be on the table in order for the Omega Curace to work. And these brownies, I'm telling you, they really hit the spot. I'm so grateful for this gift, and hopefully there'll be more to come. All right, hang on, Bluthus, scooch over, will ya? These mannequins are vying for the spotlight once more. That's something I've noted, is it's always when the activity is at its heaviest that these guys start getting all, look at me, look at me. It's like they want to be the scariest thing in the park, even though they know they're not. Hello, Rain. You're so much more prevalent than you used to be. Tell you what, you guys sleep in. It's one of those comfy, cozy indoor days. Meanwhile, I'm still gonna have to continue my request for a poncho. Alright, what are we looking for today? Huh. Do we not have a job? Maybe we have to have a look first. Okay, now the question is, where did I leave the ATV? Oh, that's right. Last night in the excitement, I ditched it around the side, headlights still running and everything. Thankfully, it's still charging just fine, which suits me. There's something about the way this game handles just dampness and wetness in the grass. It's so soothing. Hotel, you are right up here. I think now is when we really start getting into the craziness. Once those things arrive, nothing's the same. This is the point where we start actually dealing with deadly threats, and the thing that worries me the most is that some of you have said that that aspect of the game has been ramped up in this update. Maybe I'm gonna start eyeing those Molotovs a little bit more closely, huh? You know what they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. I saw you trying to take cover. You didn't expect me to come over the hill that quickly, did you? Boom. You guys cannot hide from me. It's really funny when the physics load in and you see them in motion falling over. Like they were caught off guard and had to stop short. You know, I should check on top of these things, shouldn't I? I mean, I said last part that one of those tiles used to be on top of the bridge. There is no more on top of the bridge. Except for this. Ow. Nope. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. I remember this. That's the only reason I'm not freaking out more right now. Although I'll be honest, it's still a bit freaky. There's not even stars in the sky right now. It's also not stopping. Okay, our little trip is postponed for now. You're seeing this, right? It is not 11:47 p.m., but 11:47 a.m. Oh, there's an email. Don't panic. We don't know what is happening currently. Everything just went pitch black. Keep doing what you're doing. It seems fine for now. We will inform you in case something goes wrong. Keep going. Seems like everything went back to normal. Very weird. Get back to work, Dr. Kell. And that blank user from a while back simply says, sorry. Just a prank, or somebody flicking the wrong switch and switching it back in a panic? That's honestly one of my favorite events in the game, and it kind of goes back to what I was saying in the last part about quiet catastrophe. There was no sound, there was literally nothing to acknowledge that but an email telling us not to panic that most times we won't see until afterwards. And then it just stops. Everything just goes back to normal. It really was fine. And yet the implications are endless. And that's what I love about a game like this, is that it's able to explore concepts like that without having to hinge their entire plot around it. There's nothing like an open world game like this. There's nothing like a game that's this open-ended and yet so self-contained to really experiment with strangeness. TR2 needs to be repaired, that's okay. And let's see if anybody's down. During the day, it's probably okay to start sending the little guys out, right? We can hit Oscar on the way back. India's down, that's nice and close. So no problem. Look at this bright, beautiful day, and yet, it's only now I'm realizing everybody else saw that too. For once, we're not alone in the weirdness that we experienced. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. And unless they're somewhere close by, this may have been planet-wide, right? Yeah, that's another thing, is we don't have access to outside news sources. We don't know just how much is making waves. You know, at a certain point, I am gonna have to start eyeing a can opener. That could be useful. We're also going to want coal to make more gas if we want to do this. We're going to need something to fill those Molotovs with, right? Let's keep going. Might be a good idea to come up with some fortifications for our base. I mean, we can put stuff in front of doors, but again, we don't even know what kind of threats we're dealing with. Stuff like that certainly wouldn't be a problem for Rufus. We'll get to him at some point. Actually, I'm pretty confident I can deal with Rufus. Now, this is a gorgeous looking game, but some of you suggested that one way we can deal with the color banding issues that we see in the sky and such is to go into the options and turn off the setting called color filter. I may be getting that wrong. It looks mostly the same, maybe a little bit duller. But we'll see how that goes. We'll give it a trial period. If it was like drastically duller, I would just deal with it, but right now, we'll just see if it makes generating thumbnails easier. Alright, you are still hanging in there. Who knows if they have to be woken up at some stage. Anyway, let's get looking. Oh, you guys told me that detector frequency maybe makes the detector status go faster? I had never... That's not how I had understood it when I looked at it a while back. Or, no, we need help. There's a thing somewhere that says what they all do. Yeah, that is not what I understand it to mean. It says detector sensitivity, higher levels mean bigger detector updates, and detector frequency, higher levels mean more frequent detector updates. I would imagine more frequent meaning more things appearing on here more often. So, they are going to get started. There are, of course, some upgrades we're still going to want to look into. Sun's starting to set. And that means that those things are... I hesitate to call them creatures. Are likely to arrive once more. You still there? You're still good. Maybe you can't go if the garage door is closed, but one of you said they need to be charging. And how are things looking? Well, aside from the probable mannequins which have gathered outside, nothing very much. Oh, look at that. A fog setting in with the orange haze of the setting sun. That is actually really, really cool looking. Well, whenever it looks pretty outside, that's when you most want to start cleaning windows so you can get the most exposure to it, right? Oh my god, that is so pretty. Especially with the lights reflecting in the glass. Glass which is becoming quite a chore to keep clean. Do you think the cat girls will mind if I go borrow their tools more often? Here comes the drone. Okay, you guys are gonna like what I've ordered now. We'll get back to this in a little bit. You sit tight, will ya? Or rather, don't, because I'm really itching to see what you're actually gonna do, and I don't want to risk the kids. As far as I'm concerned, you're soulless husks until you wake up for the first time. How about you, soulless husk number 2? Still doing good? We've got a nail, food box, a couple of dry boxes, because we want to make sure we don't run out of them. And these posters. See, the problem with posters is that they display really, really big, and I don't know how to change it. Yep. There we go. We're now warning anyone who might decide to screw with us. Unfortunately, they don't seem to read English that well. And now we can put up a nice PSA right alongside it. This one is more for ourselves than for intruders. There we go. Keep calm, it was just a pine cone. We go like that and place you there. How does that look from our perspective? Not good enough. Put you right here betwixt the handlebars. That's a little too close. How far back can we move you? Now we simply... Yep! And let's see if that works. There we go. Now this is not a stable thing at all. It's very prone to breaking. But it's very, very useful, as we've learned. Actually, you know what? We're not that desperate, and we need to lock down for the night, and we need to make sure these codes work with some time remaining. So let's call it now, and we'll just keep the rest for an extra surplus tomorrow. How's that sound? I cut it close way too often for somebody who's always ahead. I'm just waiting for you little guys to do something, like it's been hyped up the entire game, how evil you may end up being. And it's making me paranoid, man. It's making me real paranoid. I could use some TV. I have also, for the very first time, taken some of your advice and imported some audio for a radio. However, it's for a very specific use. I've never done it because, well, that invites all kinds of potential copyright issues, and I don't want to have to mute this game of all things, even if the signals are sometimes going to do it for me. But one of you had an idea on the Discord, and I just couldn't not implement it in some way. What? Excuse me? Excuse me? Oh my god. How did you get in here? I think something's really, really glitched here. I think something's really glitched. Did I not send out the right one? No, I sent out the hash codes, I sent out the drives. Alright, so here we have these drives. We verify that they are both level 3. Right? Yeah, no, it's happening again. Even level 0s should get us a small number of points. And it's acknowledging that they're there. It's not saying there's nothing in the package. Is the garage door closed? It is not. Just eagerly waiting to find out if a signal gained and processed entirely in this video will receive any points. Saw the clock and thought it was bugging out for a second. 2s across the board. Package received. You did get points for that. You're still saying too noisy, but you did give points for it. I'm gonna take this, put it there. I'm gonna import it. And then I'm gonna put it back. Right? And I'm gonna do the same for the other. I'm gonna take you out, put you in, import you, and then put you back. I don't know if that counts as a different signal on a different drive now. But I'll put you guys in. I'm going to withhold. I'm going to start processing you up. We're doing real bug science now. And we'll send you out in another box. Now, according to this, one of those guys is actually real close. So that's potentially problematic. I'm not sure if they can see me through glass or not. Things in this game certainly are capable of seeing me through glass. Let's not forget that specter that appeared the other night. But right now we're facing the scariest specter of all, bugs. I do have... Now, I back up the save between each session, so we can go back to at least the start of this episode. But I don't think that'll actually solve my problem. Yeah, no, it's just those signals will just not work. We got 20 points. If it doesn't work, I'm not going to save it all, and if it doesn't work tomorrow, I'm going to call it for this session. Howdy. Oh my god, I've stopped caring to the extent where I don't even care if you're here anymore. Anyway, does the thing still work? There we go, yes, we absolutely can just clobber you on the wall. Oh, this is gonna turn into a glitched playthrough where we're just reliant on the GPU miner, aren't we? Okay, well, judging by the reports, maybe things will actually just work now. Yankee Uniform Mike. Bit of a globetrot. We're gonna need some sleep for this, but that's alright. I think if we work with the team, everything should be okay. Alright, we do have a thing going. Okay, I'm just gonna get some sleep then. Well, that was exciting. Maybe the Arirals, I'm still not sure how you pronounce it, but that is what we call the cat girls. Maybe they broke more than just the sky last night. But I'm happy to move on. I think I realized what the problem is. Maybe I'm being woken up by my own coughing fits. I hear them out there. Hang on. Let's close the lights. And see if we can see them. I think they're over on the left somewhere. They just passed by. God, this is scary. I can hear them out there. It's one of those. I've seen them before. Hang on. Yeah, this one is actually, it seems to be 3 lights, all traveling in unison. It's moving up and over the hill. We may as well get some more sleep while we can. I don't want to deal with these things while they're out there. And I'm certainly not sending my Curfuses out. They're back again. We're having a hard time getting a good night's sleep, and I don't know if it's my sickness or if these things are waking me up. Huh, we can see that that thing is still there, even if it's no longer displaying the picture. Wait, what did I just collect? Oh, a pillow. Hang on. That would have been a great thumbnail, just me holding this thing out like I'm gonna strangle Bluefist in his sleep. I don't know if anybody else can relate to this. I find it really comfy to be hanging out with friends in a dark room, but like a nearby bathroom or kitchen or something like that. Some place where you get refreshed has the lights on. And so anytime somebody goes to use it, it lets the light in. I don't know, I feel like it breaks up the monotony of a night a lot. And it also serves as a nice, like, alright, come on, wake up, buddy. But I think we're doing good. It's still 4 a.m. We've got a relatively normal signal here. I mean, I know I say this all the time, but, you know, just working in normalcy, it's strange, especially when, you know, when you're actively in the middle of what can only be called an alien invasion. And it's hard not to get repetitive in my thought processes here. It's a repetitive job after all. But, my god, we're really expected to just deal with this. You're still fine. We've got 1 outside. We've got 2 sleeping upstairs not plugged in. We've got 1 plugged in here. You know, just to assuage my boredom and get more signals out. Oh, that's a big thing. You know, just to assuage my boredom and get some signals out. Oh, this is so stupid, but perhaps I do try riding with the lightning? Okay. We need Mike, Uniform, and Yankee. So they're kind of on opposite sides. If we start with Uniform, we can hit Mike and Yankee afterwards. Nailing electronics to a vehicle is much harder than it used to be, it seems. If we come out here, we should be able to find a way to spin around and get to Uniform right quick. Are we really going to have to deal with this thing every single time we reload? Answer, it may actually be worth it. And like, look, it's pretty clear that you're not supposed to be doing this, that you're not supposed to be nailing the clock to the ATV, because, like, the physics don't like it at all, the world loading doesn't like it at all. But like I said, it is simply too useful to not do. I think maybe this could be alleviated, and actually I think a couple of things in this game could be alleviated with new items. I mean, hey, there's never anything wrong with having new stuff to buy and choose between, right? I don't know, maybe like a wristwatch or something that you can look at even while you're on your ATV? Something I've been thinking about for a while now is the possibility of replacing the zoom-in keybind with like binoculars or a telescope that you can handhold. Maybe even the possibility of getting a telescopic lens for your camera. Actually, that might be kind of cool. Like, imagine if there were an actual dedicated mechanic for trying to document as much as you can. I mean, that might be really hard to program. Of course, I have no idea how difficult that would be from that perspective. But it might be kind of neat being able to send stuff like that out for points. Oh, wait. Some of you guys have been saying for quite a while now, actually, and it's always slipped my mind that I should hold Alt while I'm on the ATV. Huh. I mean, I discovered that it had a horn a couple of seasons ago, but is that a new sound? I think it might be. Because it's kind of like what I'd associate with a clown car or something, which is pretty appropriate considering this thing's behavior half the time. Alright, here we are at Mike. I actually haven't seen any of those wisps yet. Can we see anything from here? Answer, we may not be able to because the sun is rising. I haven't heard those rumbles though either. Those are the scariest nights, the times when you're out here and you hear the rumble but you never see the wisp. Did I just see somebody over there briefly? I'm not sure. It might have been a trick of the light. These mornings, as gorgeous as they do sometimes lead to, well, weirdness. Huh, it looks like the banding is actually quite alleviated. So that was a good call. We only need one more hash code and we are good for the day. We'll send the kids out to do some repairs. And, you know, that still leaves some time to go bail them out of whatever jam they get themselves into. I hear them. I hear them. There's one out there. Perhaps not a trick of the light. There you are. Hang on. Wait. I don't know if you can come up here. Hang on. Oh, this is dangerous. This is really dangerous. I think it saw me. I think it's here for me. I think it definitely knows I'm here. It's trying to work out how to get at me. This is like Tremors. Are you kidding me? It just did something. Like a boop in my direction. Is that it noticing me? Maybe if I get inside, that might help, but I'm pretty sure they can open doors, and I'm worried they can climb stairs. If I just stay back for a while. The things I'll do for a photo, huh? I don't hear it, or more accurately, feel it anymore. Oh, there it is. There it is. It was pulling trickery. I worry that when I stepped onto the landing, its pathing kicked in. Nope, there it goes. It might be all I can do to just run for the ATV. I know I can outrun them on the ATV. I can probably outrun them on foot even. But it's not something I really want to risk. Right, down and down. Let's go. That is one of the more harrowing encounters I've had with those things. Let's try not to launch ourselves off a cliff, though. We may have the helmet to stop us from taking damage, and I think physics damage is still off anyway, but landing in the path of one of those things will not save me. Oh my god. Let's get inside, and we won't send the kids out to fix that stuff until the all clear is on the radar. Yep. It's like Ichabod Crane's Bridge, except not at all, because it doesn't stop anything from crossing after you. There we go. We'll leave the ATV out here for now. Day 28 already, wow. You guys still behaving? Sure. Right now, you're a $1,000 hole in the ground. How's this going? Oh, I desperately need food, and it's a good thing because we got 250 credits coming in on the mining rig. Those things are still here, and in decent numbers. What if they're getting more bold? An exoplanet and a gas giant. We're gonna have to order more drives soon, but that's okay. What do you sound like? Neat. Okay, so that'll be you for today. And we'll start on this guy. Oh, let's not forget to save. It's important to stockpile those things for extra points when we need them. Are we missing something? We seem to be missing the camera over at the stone site. Like, it's just gone. It's not in the list at all. Hang on, I'm gonna have to make a trip out there. We can do it in conjunction with our kids if everything is gone. There's one thing on the edge of the map. Maybe we can leave it. Maybe that's fine. Let's go get them. We all have jobs to do. Hey guys, wake up, wake up, wake up! And try not to bump your head. Yep. If I activate both of you, yep. I know it's been a little bit, right? I've been trying so hard to protect you, but now we've got work to do, so let's use and use. Destructive little forces of nature. Come on, yep. Use that excitement. Hello? A rubber duck. I had heard about you, but I thought you could only show up in the water. In fact, I heard you last season, but I never found you. Well, I guess we should see what your description is. Duck. D-U-C. What a duck doing? I don't know. What is the duck doing? I guess they saw... I guess they fixed their stuff already. Wow. The Curfuses are putting me to shame. Alright, I guess I won't head out until they get back then. Look at me just doing dad work in the garage while they're out doing chores. Doesn't even really give us any scrap, it looks like, but that's alright. I just wanted to clear the floor a little bit. Where are you guys at? I'm just gonna have to constantly check their cameras to make sure that they're not malfunctioning somewhere. Actually, wait, did they show up on this thing? Yeah, there we go. You're stuck, you're stuck. Okay, I'm gonna have to go recover that curace. There you are, Bluefist. Okay. We need to go on a mission to recover Pinkfist, who I'm pretty sure, according to the radar, is over by the hole. So you guys will get to see one of the most cursed sights on the map in person. There you are, Pinkfist. I'm wondering if maybe Bluefist didn't, like, fix you, or... No, you're probably still trying to get at that objective. Really? See, Bluefish is showing you how it's done. Look at you, you're getting all mad and frazzled about it. You can't even focus properly anymore. Come on, the rain's coming. Pinkfist, where do you go? Oh, there you are. Wow, how did you pull that stealth maneuver? Come on, you. Alright, come on in. And dry off on the carpet, will ya? Meanwhile, this is out completing the last job. She is done. I can't lie, on open terrain, watching you go is actually legitimately pretty impressive. Like, you can really tear across that landscape. It's just I do have to babysit you pretty often, which I guess I had forgotten about. You really need to eat. I'm gonna call in some of the stuff I want for this episode. So we've got 278 here. I'll take it. I'm basically living off of the thing at this point. You ready to be listened to? Cool. Now, Pinkfist has probably gotten herself stuck. Nope! Jump scare. Alright, come to your brother. Here we go. And activate. All is said and done. We've got a new friend for you two. Oh! Wow, being a piece of rubber, you've got some bounce to you, huh? Alright, maybe you'll sit here in front of the TV for now. And just kind of taking in all that information. But we can listen to you, and then head out. Okay. We were really set off, but things are kind of starting to get back on track now. We'll have 4 signals. We're probably just going to start sending out what we need, really. But for now, we'll mostly just worry about getting our reports. And once we get the Omega Curace, we won't even have to worry about that, really. I'm just waiting on you guys to do whatever it is you do. Whatever horrifying thing that I should apparently be very worried about. But before sunset, I want to go see what's going on with that Stonehouse. There it is, but it's been deactivated. Did something happen here? I don't think the wisps would have come here and affected it. Somebody didn't want me to see something. Which means we want more than ever to see it. I think that's the kind of thing there. I think at a certain point we need to just buy the sleeping bag and do our little camping trip. There's a couple of camping trips we've been putting off. Spending the night in TR1 and spending the night here. Maybe that'll be our objective for this episode. I'm actually thinking here would be a good one since it's enclosed. We don't have to worry about the wisps. Wow, that's just been completely carried downstream. It's still got the nail in it and everything, and it's still telling time. Alright, let's grab that if at all possible. Oh, and we just lost the nail. You know what? For 3 credits, I don't really care. I'm not finding that needle in a haystack. Oh, right, the deer. Well, in the interest of not having to eat any more of it, some of you guys had suggested that I try lighting the body on fire instead. Well, do I still have the lighter? That I'm not sure. Looks like things are already starting to show up. God, I'm starting to feel like that curace out there is like the goat at the beginning of Jurassic Park. How are we doing this now? I've just done a quick reload to make sure that the new custom content is ready, but I'm gonna wait until nightfall to really cash in on that. Wow, these things are getting really close. I need to make sure we are more locked down than we presently are, and actually the garage door needs to be closed. Goodbye. And we need to start prepping our launch. Really, there's no reason not to do it much earlier than we've been doing. I gotten so sidetracked by the lesson I learned at the start of this that I unlearned it. There we go. Now I'll send out 3s. Those bones are starting to make an awful racket. You know, I'm surprised that thing only liberated the skulls. And a little disappointed. You know, if that thing came around and did some free cleaning, well, that would just make my day, wouldn't it? Maybe it's horrified by all the extra corpses are around, but we're not going to talk about that right now. Meanwhile, let's make a quick slip in and out. There we go. And take our radio with us. We're going to do something with that soon. The description describes it as obsolete. I'm not quite sure what that means. It seems to still work. It's quite old, though. I have manually cleaned so much glass in this part it's unreal, but that seems to actually be working. Hang on, let me just turn on the computer so I can answer these emails I just heard myself get. That's the real cosmic horror. There we go. And it looks like the reports are working as well. Okay, so that bug is just a little speed bump that it seems we can put behind us. What does not go away quite so easily are these smudges. You're back. You know, you're just mad because I didn't set your corpse on fire. And because I couldn't finish eating you because you were so gross. Hang on, you know what? Smile real big for the camera. There we go. Oh, you're letting us... You're showing us your good side, huh? Your melted face side. Freaking piece of crap. Wish that curace was awake to run you over. Yeah, if it weren't for that mannequin down there, I would just go to the roof and toss a Molotov. Only problem... I actually have to get out there. Okay, now the rubber band is on the other claw. If I grab the radio, and maybe I can just make a run for it, I would have the best advantage if I jumped down, but I'm not gonna have that chance. If I fall over, I'm gonna get hit by you. Tell you what, let's see how quick you pathfind. You're over there, I see you, but you didn't see me. At least I don't think so. Can't tell if you're still there. Oh well, doesn't matter. That might have been the mannequin. Whatever, once more. Doesn't matter. Now, this may require some adjustment to work properly. You brought the skulls to the top of the tower. That is so creepy. I swear I've been up here since that happened, but maybe I just never looked that closely. Huh. Well, that raises some questions, but it's not what we're here to do right now. Let's place this radio here. And things get a little bit difficult here for proximity reasons. We'll actually put you on top of the crate. Feels wrong for you to be on the floor. Now. This is some ambiance that some of you may find familiar, but because it's all the way up here, we've got to crank it all the way to 1,000. I think it doesn't work. I think from down here we actually can't hear it. So we're gonna have to just try it the more conventional way, which now that I think about it, I'm not sure why we couldn't do from the start. Well, I'm still glad we came up here. I guess it helped us in the end to discover what happened to those skulls, and it means we can still do their associated Easter egg later. But let's bring you back inside. Assume the zombie deer's not going to kill us. And bring that down. Now, what would be a good spot for this thing if not on top of the tower? Because the reason I had heard is that you put it on top of the tower so that the ambiance just kind of like washes over the entire area at max volume. Which sounds a lot lower, you know, when it's up there. But if we bring you here... Let's say 500. It actually does kind of get muted by the doors. That's pretty cool, actually. Let's set you to 500 and play you from right here. And now we've got our GM Shambles ambiance while sitting here waiting for voices from the void. Oh, joy. Wait, you're paused. Oh, those are church bells coming from you. I thought there was like music playing somewhere. I was like, the radio can't explain that. 1, 2, 3, 4 anomalous contacts. It's just before midnight. Let's see what Stonehouse is up to. Still looking very low poly. What about the windmill? Do you see anything? Not really. The review is kind of obstructed. But those lights should stand out. Let's listen to you then. The shadows from those plants just keep scaring me every single time I look at them. Now that the ambiance has gotten a bit darker, I suspect that problem is only going to get worse. Not much I can do about it, really. I mean, except turn it off, but why would I want to do that, you know? It's just a matter of being able to tell what's coming and when. Alright, another 2 level 3s. Foxtrot, Charlie, November. Quite easy. But I really should be getting to bed. Imagine falling asleep to GM Shambles ambiance. Oh, God. I kind of want to try it, but I feel like it would haunt your dreams. I don't know if this is the same for you, but if I fall asleep watching a video or TV or something, it absolutely permeates my dreams. Makes a big difference in what I actually experience. I tend to have more vivid dreams, too, when that's the case. Cacophony of those church bells coming out of this thing. Like, I don't know what it is. It just causes such a sense of panic in me. Well, maybe now is the right time to be panicked, right? Alright, you're gonna start doing your thing. I always want to have something going before I go to bed, you know? Up in the night to some pretty intense fog. Oh wow, really intense fog. Like, I don't know if I've had it like this before. Most of my frames are dropping like crazy. Wow. This never used to happen. It is just so oppressive to be in here now. And quite so out there as well. That's 5, like 6, 7, 8 anomalous contacts. Nothing is coming to Curfis just yet. But God, just look out there. Let's have... I forgot GM Shambles had owls. This game should have owls. Can you see anything, windmill? It's like these things are impervious to the windmills. You can see the terrain well enough, but maybe there's something there. Hard to say. No, I think that's just a light post. Anybody around us? That's going to be pretty important. No? We saw the pink wisps, so it is very, very anomalous that we can't see them from up here. They should be all over the map right about now. I'm genuinely really unnerved. I'm actually trying to relieve myself with one of these drives at this point. The soothing song of the space whales, but... oh God, look, it's starting. That's looking down at us from above. And it's live, because look, we can see the tower blinking. And a whole bunch of red dots over by the transformer. Yep. Okay, you're over there. We need to start bringing more drives in. For right now, as of right now, forget the hash codes. Well, it's more than static, but we can't hear much, okay? Start processing it up. And try and grab the next one. Ask not for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee. What a difference a soundtrack and some weather make, huh? Just as I'd started to see this more on the goofy side of things again. A little pizza will hopefully help. What can at this point? I'm ready, I just need you to be in position. You're already done! That was incredibly quick. We haven't taken random damage in a while. But once we process you up, you're completely gone. That's alright, you'll still count toward a job. Well, tell you what, today I'm gonna be ordering the sleeping bag. And one way or another, we're gonna see what's going on at the Stonehouse. Let's just add that to cart, and we'll wait to see if there's anything else we need. Probably some food. I mean, after all, we are gonna need some snacks, right? When I open this garage door and the entire place is alive with little yellow lights, it makes me nervous. I'm not gonna lie. So we got more stuff for our friends. This we can hook onto the back of the ATV. But we'll worry about that tomorrow night. Now with morning soon to arrive, and it looks like our friends are heading back to the periphery. We should... Yep. It's hard to see, but yes, you can see us moving there. This is 100%... This is live right now. Yet there's nothing to see. Whether there is or not, we should leave that for later to decide. That's going to be completely blown back in our faces. What does this signal seem like? It hardly matters what we process you to, because it's just going to be nothing. We just need to keep them coming. Fairly easy day today. Foxtrot Charlie November. You're basically a valet at this point. You're just always here when I open the doors. Now, I'm curious, will you open up if we get close? Maybe there's different conditions, or maybe you're a once-only type of thing. Either way, message received loud and clear. Stay away from the stars, which, by the way, have not actually left according to radar. Just got my hash codes for the day. Was not very difficult at all. And we're immediately thrust into this. You know, maybe we'll reduce this during the day. I'm not sure how loud that's going to come off after EQ and all. It's like it's peeking down straight from the vent. And yet nothing changes. Well, joke's on you. You're giving me some easy money. Yes, the joke is indeed on you. Another. You got more for me? Do not look into the locker. It's here. It's here, and we won't. But what we will do is this. And I just can't help but think about all these pictures, even for all the crazy things we have, that will just have no context whatsoever when someone finds all this. Really just a scrapbook of horrors at this point, isn't it? In the beginning it was these like subtle, almost Bigfoot-esque images. And then all it can be is, if anything, if they do decide to dismiss this, the most elaborate hoax possible. Some of you had actually linked me to a multiplayer mod that is getting off the ground for this, and that is so cool for obvious reasons. And I actually went over some of those reasons a couple episodes ago when I thought about what that would be like. But a big part of this game, and something that is kind of ingrained in, I guess, the work culture that is established here, and even in some of the entities and even the arrow rolls themselves, is pranks. Just think of that. Just think of being in a multiplayer server and the way you guys can just screw with each other. How this place is big enough that if you're all doing different jobs, there can still be a sense of isolation, even while others are here. But there are just so many opportunities to tee each other up for scares. Seems like somebody is trying to do the same to us right now, possibly telepathically beaming thoughts into our head. Maybe knowing that so many of our scares are from paranoia. Well, like I said, we will be heeding the advice. We are not touching these lockers for anything. Although we will be giving them the side eye every time we pass. Just got another stunt. Right now I'm just coming up here to check on the Transformers and maybe improve our reputation a little bit while I wait for the decoder to do its thing. Or, sorry, the detector. Only thing is, if these things are down here, if the wisps are down here, are the cat girls okay? That's a sentence I find myself asking a lot. It came as soon as I heard several days later, because I honestly haven't wanted to risk my neck. There's quite the rumble coming from these devices. I don't know if I had noticed that before. I still don't know what the heck this thing is, but I know you'll be upset if I touch it. So here, I brought you some more shrimp. I'm starting to think, actually, maybe, I mean, we can't monitor you this way. Or, wait, yes we can. I can put the camera wherever I want. What if we try putting you more in the woods a bit? Like, right here. It's just, I really want that Omega Curvis, and at this rate, it's not going to happen in this episode. They should be done by now. And it's the view peering out from the locker. Which, yeah, this has always still been the case, which we still do not care to investigate. Goodbye. There's still nothing there. We know we can process you out of existence. Let's try one level at a time. And that's all. You know what? Fine by me. I don't know where we go from locker, but there's something processing right now. Drone's coming in because we're sending our stuff out early, because I want to leave early. And this one is... Oh, right. Here I was thinking, where do we go from locker? And it is live. Maybe that angle is appropriate. I was just gonna say, I don't know who's doing this or why or how. Maybe turning around actually did reveal all I needed to know, huh? Maybe they like pranks as well. Look at that. Blinded you. Alright. Package received. Good job. I feel like I deserve more points than that. Very interesting. Yet no. Well, I guess since we processed them up, it actually doesn't count. Maybe we didn't get as many points as we normally would have. But we did complete the task. There we are, the clearest picture we're gonna get. I don't think I pressed anything. I don't believe I pressed anything right there. Alright, well, save it. And process it. We're getting out of here. We are leaving now. You guys, just hold down the fort, okay? I don't even have a joke. What do I make of this? Not allowed. Not the least bit allowed. Get out of here. The last thing I want is a bunch of mannequin ATV hybrids running around. And what would that even look like? Now, we're going to attach you to the bumper of you, right? Door is locked. We need to go to the Stonehouse. I know I'm sick, but that cough sounded like it came from a little behind me, and I don't like it. Am I being haunted already? Alright, now... this is where things get dicey. I hope not, but maybe. Because, as far as I know, it should keep us safe. Because this is in a fenced enclosure, and I don't believe the wisps will be able to get us. I don't believe. Let's actually move this thing a little further down, just so that it's more clear where it is. I mean, we have the key, but you know how I am. Now we've got the problem of having to bring you across the lake. So, yep. I've got to get you over here, and that might be difficult, actually, because we need to be able to clamber onto land, and we may not be able to... oh, we may not be able to do that without the hook. Well, this is a problem. Alright, maybe we can throw you. We're about to start running out of food as well. Yep. Perfect, actually. I honestly was expecting like a Ned Flanders saving Homer from the fire situation. Yep. We can go ahead and toss you over, but remember we don't want to toss you too hard because we don't want to lose you. Look at how clustered up these trees are. That's kind of weird. Where are you, Stonehouse? There you are. Wait, is the light not on? Normally I can spot you from a distance. I should have brought a clock with me. But that should be okay. We should be able to see it when our view shifts to the front of the base, right? In the meantime, well, it is a sleepover. We'll just leave that in one of the fireplaces. What's the worst that can happen to filing an ancient site? It does bother me so much that we're just leaving that door wide open. And I can't help but think of a certain creepypasta, knowing that all these windows are just staring down at us while we sleep. But let's stand right here. See what we can do. I'm gonna want to wake up just prior to 3:33. Oh, I should have come out here later. We want midnight and 3:33, I think. We'll probably leave before sunup. I can see those wisps are moving around. They're here looking for me. They don't know that I'm hiding. Okay, I was worried for a second. Let's hang up you in the doorway here. That way we can at least see outside a little bit. I don't want to go all the way to 100% sleep because I don't want to miss the times. I don't believe I had noticed the bloody handprint on the wall before. Here comes the rain. Wow, they are aggressively in this area tonight. Let's wait another hour or so. Well, this roof seems to be keeping some of the rain out. God, this is, this could be a thumbnail, actually. This game is so creepy sometimes. And comfy. Somebody should make a channel talking about stuff like that. No, seriously though, this is so cool, just camping out here in the middle of the night on a ghost hunt. Or at least a something hunt. Oh, it's the music. I thought I could hear something, some high-pitched noise out there. I'm gonna lose it if you guys point out that there was like a silhouette of a person in the trees during that lightning flash. Let's sleep a little just to see how close we are to 3:33. I get so tense when I cough now because I'm worried that like something will hear. 1:30 only. Okay, let's leave it a while longer. Very spooky. I wish I could see what this camera sees right about now. Just trying to... You hear that? Okay, remember the poster. Keep calm, it's just a pine cone. It's just a pine cone. We're surrounded by trees, it's gotta be a pine cone, right? Like, what else would it be? I believe if we try and sleep above 80, it won't work, so we're gonna be more sparing now with sleep as a method of fast travel. Oh, that's a bad dream. Let's go! Ha, that's actually just what I needed. That's just what I needed, was to... I saw a little yellow light out there, and I don't think it was a firefly. Let's try it again. Okay, we are very, very close to 333. I'm gonna keep leaving and coming back. I don't like looking out into the woods like that. That's the light post. Nothing, huh? Nothing at 333. Well, there's gotta be something, right? Let's keep camping. Well, we're well past it now. Might as well get a good night's rest, right? But eventually we're gonna have to head back for food reasons. The rain's starting again. We're waking up once more. I guess some landed on our head. And now you don't want to sleep. You know what? That's okay. Because I think we learned a lot. Maybe we should have been... What is that? No. What are you? Some kind of blue shrimp? You were left right on our thing. Hang on. Raw, unusual shrimp. Looks like shrimp, but way bigger. Like a prawn. It has a blue shell and 4 eyes. Now I'm not sure. Is this due to something we did here? Or is it our friends maybe returning the favor? I don't know, but I also don't feel like leaving this place until I see the sun. I also just don't feel like leaving in general. Oh god, I've got nothing but a hammer and this Molotov cocktail and a crowbar to fight back with. I just realized I have all the things I could use to fight with. Come on, son. I don't want to leave until you're up. I'm starting to see you peeking through. Come on, we haven't really done this thing unless we see it all the way through. I'm hearing more noises out there, but now that the sun has had a little bit more time to rise for us... Well, it looks like the sun is rising in the sky. Although, you wouldn't really know it from the local brightness too much. This place is actually really dark just from all the tree cover. But we're starting to get hungry, and I think we should leave now. I could have an MRE. Huh, well, that was actually surprisingly easy to solve. I always forget that I'm carrying them. They're kind of the default food. But now that at least some sun is filtering its way down through the trees, it's at least a little more comfortable here. Alright, well, I still think something weird is happening here. But I'm gonna grab you, and I'm gonna grab you for use somewhere else, because we don't want to spend all our time looking at one place, especially if we're not going to be buying more of these. There's probably a number of other places we can use you, but having felt our way here in the dark, it's very refreshing to make our way out during the day. And we just want to make our way downhill so we can see that light post, and that's how we know we've made it. emerging onto the light feels so, so good. Always a little sad when you're coming back from a big trip, but hey, maybe we can make a little extra use of the space in the ATV bay for things we can attach and bring out on a whim, huh? In the meantime, I think we're just about ready to call it quits here. I'm gonna take this blue shrimp. I mean, it must be something pretty great, right? And we'll see just what we can do with it. Of course, we're gonna want to watch it. We don't know how sensitive this is gonna be to the microwave. Yep. Place you there. My god, this thing is huge. Let's say 60 seconds. We just coughed there. I do wonder if the microwave in this game actually gives you cancer. Ready to stop it at a moment's notice. There we go. Now we're probably going to want to wait for you to cool off a bit. So you can just sit out on the counter. I don't know if your model is going to change at all. There you go! I guess you continued cooking even after you were out. Yeah, let's collect that and see. Unusual shrimp. This item looks like a shrimp, but way bigger. Red as a lobster, with an interesting smell and flavor. Okay, are you still going to be considered too hot? You will retain that. There we go. Let's dig in. Wow. Okay, let's hold on to that. Well, we may not have found any ghosts or an explanation for any of the weird stuff that's happened over there, but it seems someone did find their way to us while we slept. And with all the waking and sleeping again that we did, that must have been quite a tightrope walk. Oh, look at all that. Look at all that cash that's built up throughout this game. Well, we'll collect that a little bit later. Looks like we're finally gonna cure our sickness, but again, only once we can get these guys to actually do whatever it is they do. You're still resting there on the charging station. And as for the other one... Unfortunately, we need to go up there and fix that, but as for the other one... Still resting with the lilies. This almost looks like an album cover of some kind, doesn't it? I'm definitely gonna need some more advice, but that'll have to wait until next time. The Omega Curvus may still be on the back burner, still on the back burner. And maybe next time I just do it anyway and take the risk of doing it with you guys. I mean, I don't think we'll lose them based on what you've said. We could certainly use the help. We also didn't really accomplish a lot of what we set out to do in this episode, but hey, we did finally get our camping trip in, and, well, a whole lot of strange things found us in the meantime. You know what? Screw it. Screw it, let's do it. We've waited this long, right? We've got 2 more. Delta X-Ray Victor. We've got time. I'm gonna save right here. And let's go get that radioactive capsule. Boom. Oh man, we are gonna have such a surplus of these things. But the recipe demands 5 per parts. Oh, so much yelling. Now we need that shovel. And to head off to TR2. And somewhere behind there we can find our thing. But of course, we are already in the advanced stages of sickness, so we're gonna want to be real quick on this. It should be alright while it's in our inventory. Here we are. We're gonna want to make this as quick as possible. It's affecting us already, I think. Dig it up. Okay, don't worry about that. It's, grab you. And I don't think it'll hurt us as long as it's in our inventory. Now with our prize in tow, let's see if we can do this. We'll keep the med pack ready. At the ready here on the floor. And... come on. Come on. Oh, it's not gonna let us do it. At first I was thinking it didn't work, but it seems like it did. We got an achievement and the option to activate. I believe something similar actually happened with Killjoy last season. Tell you what, we still got time in this episode. Why don't you meet the Sibs? Amid the GM Shambles ambiance. Get up, guys. Let's see what this thing can do. Howdy. This game is nuts. This is a robot made from a plushie. I like it. What's the word for like but baffled by? Well, I suppose that's this game in a nutshell, isn't it? Alright, come on, family photo. Close enough. Well, this opens some doors. And if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one. You know what? This is a much better family photo.